Time Factor Radio Show.
All right, we're back. Eight. We're Pat and Stu and the gang.
TV network that we have.
We have your show. Dish and what 56
other
cable networks.
Something like that. Also on here our radio program as well.
Here
and here right now, as a matter of fact, where we're talking about this farmer
situation.
The Bundy family in Nevada. Yes, we know
all that.
In the 1800s, the family.
I really don't believe this.
Over 100 years.
They ever purchased the land?
Well, they have a certain.
Well, there's more.
Right? I mean, don't they own the?
Don't know.
The ranch.
The ranchers.
And then they purchased the
grazing rights.
Supposedly in 1887. We're talking to Daphne about that.
Daphne, are you there?
In Utah.
And
you were saying
that they bought
grazing rights in 1887. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
According to Bundy's daughter, who posted an open letter online about the situation, they bought the grazing rights in 1887, and then from the great-grandfather, and then the son bought them in 1972. But it was in 1993 that he had to start paying federal grazing rights, and he said, no, this is a state issue. The Endangered Species Act is what caused all this. You said we had to try and change those laws. We have been trying to get the Endangered Species Act repealed since it was created, and we're getting nowhere. And they're using that to drive cattlemen off of land. Bundy's one of the, he is the only cattleman left in southern Utah or southern Nevada, because the BLM has driven people off the land because of the Endangered Species Act, and they're coming up here next, which is why I'm so hot about it. They're coming to Iron County next, and this is a Rosa Parks issue, and it is time for us to stand up. And so I will be down there on Saturday.
You're going to be getting tased and barked at by dogs.
Oh, be careful what you wish for.
I'm a nurse, so I can just take care of myself, right?
I gotta tell you something. We're on this because.
And I am too, because I do believe we need to follow the law. But in this instance, the law is appropriate. Everything Hillary did was legal. Everything the BLM supposedly knows doing. One of the problems is BLM has no law enforcement authority. And down there, right now, they're all armed and acting like law enforcement. And when the Bundys called 911 because their cattle were being stolen, 911, law enforcement, that damn Vegas sheriff, Clark County sheriff, basically said they're going to do whatever the heck they want because we don't care. We're not going to help you, our citizens. We're going to let the feds run all over you.
Is that a direct quote?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I think it is.
It's funny, too.
Actually, the sheriff of Gilbert, Arizona has a pretty strong statement about sheriff selection in Clark County and Governor Sandoval.
It's interesting, too.
It's so typical of the
government
and the way it does things.
The dispute here is whether he paid $300,000 in fees is the number he uses. The government says he owes up to $1.1 million. How much will it cost to actually remove the cows from this area? $3
million.
So they're saying $1.1 million, but to remove the cattle, it's going to take $3 million.
Of
course it does.
Of course it does.
Really, so makes no sense
it's no sense at all.
But I mean, if you're willing to, if you're willing to go to jail for what you believe, if you're willing to lose your property and your cattle for what you believe, because that's what's at stake here. This is what's going to happen. Somebody will the family's going to wind up in jail, or worse. And that's my fear with this, because you're building towards a Ruby Ridge sort of situation, which I don't want to see.
Well, and you say that not because you're speculating, it's because the family's talked like that.
Yeah,
they've said this is like Waco, this is like Ruby Ridge. Don't talk. That's not how you back a situation off. No. And I don't know, maybe.
Do we roll over? Yeah. How long do we roll over? How long do we take this? When the laws are not appropriate, we have to do something. These laws are corrupt and these politicians are corrupt. And these BLM guys need to remember what country they grew up in.
True.
It's true. They're not mine.
I mean, if you're
willing to take a stand with everything, there's a lot of inappropriate laws.
A lot of the whole stinking healthcare situation is
horrible healthcare.
And that's the interesting thing.
Horrible healthcare, as far as we're concerned.
people say, well, you're breaking the law. Well, when you break the law, you're not breaking the law if you understand that there is a consequence and you accept that consequence. For example, I mean, they talked about this in the Supreme Court case with Obamacare, which Robert said, look, if you don't get health insurance and you pay the fee, you are well within the law. If you get a speeding ticket, is it illegal to speed? Well, they don't want you to speed. But if you decide that you don't mind paying speeding tickets and dealing with the consequences all the time, then that's the other side of the law. There's a law and there's a consequence if you break it. If this guy's willing to go to jail for this and willing to deal with this, then he is doing a sort of to not put in exact same terms, but that Rosa Parks type of protest where you stand up against a law you believe is unjust and you deal with the consequences. If it's one of these things where he's deciding that he wants to turn it into a Ruby Ridge, that's another situation. And look, did that work? Is that first of all,
No.
Is it right? No.
Yeah.
Does it even work? I mean, the answer to that is no. I mean, the vast majority of people look at these incidents and they say, "Oh, well, you remember Waco? How that was portrayed? Did that get anywhere? Did that make any difference?" I mean, I think it was a terrible tragedy.
Yeah.
I think that's how most people look at it. So
probably
I probably left a little bit thin.
Well, I mean,
there's no probably about it. It did.
It did. I don't know if you can blame them for that.
No, but
No.
It's a scary situation.
It didn't work.
I don't know. I mean, it's tough because the way his arguments seem to be, well, this is public land and it's been
Public
as a guy
land.
As an evil Easterner.
Yeah, evil.
What I think is if you have cattle, you own the land that the cattle goes on. That's if you don't have enough land to deal with the cattle you have less cattle. That's to me, that's what that sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
But again,
of
evil
course.
Easterner talking. I grew up in freaking Connecticut, people. So you can't trust me on these issues.
Not a lot of herd.
Yeah, a lot of heard of it.
No, they barely even import meat to the state.
I see.
It's mostly a vegan state.
Mostly a vegan.
Walter in Columbus.
Run to Columbus. You're on the Time Factor Radio Show.
Welcome to the Glenn Beck Program.
Yes, sir.
You're on the air with
So the
Time
guy
Factor Radio Show.
blatantly, not paying his taxes. He's trying to get free food stamps, free this, free that. I think the guy should be taken out, put in a FEMA camp, and arrested.
What? Excuse me? Excuse me?
FEMA camp is maybe.
Oh, no.
Should arrest him.
Oh, no. FEMA camp? Did you
Thank you, Walter, for the phone call.
Thanks.
Let's go to, let's see. He's not Phil in New York. And she's not a miracle worker.
See,
Phil,
here's
I was born in New York. You can't possibly
And even Jesus would look at it.
Maybe Jesus, I don't want to hear it.
Kidding.
I'm just kidding.
No, seriously.
Seriously.
Nobody
Nobody
could
could
do
do.
what she was put
She
in
was
a
put in
position
a
to do
position to
here.
do here.
She just screwed it up
Just
more.
with
She's
more and more and more.
This is now her life's
her life's
legacy.
legacy.
She was an early supporter
supporter
of Obama. She wasn't
You know,
qualified.
she wasn't
to run
qualified.
the
I'm talking about
largest
Kathleen
domestic
Sebelius.
agency
In
in America. And then what
And then
they
what they
handed her made it
had to make it
impossible.
possible. Here's a report for you.
Anyway, they announced
the
her successor, O&B director, Sylvia Matthews
Hurwell,
Obama said,
Obama's
Kathleen will
Kathleen
would
go down to history. Oh,
for serving as
was
the
serving
Secretary of Health and Human Services when the U.S. finally declared that quality health care is not a privilege but a right.
Oh, really, huh?
Once again,
Once again, rewriting the
Constitution.
Constitution again.
No, it's not a right.
No, it's not a
Sebelius
right.
is going to go down in
History
history also as having overseas
one
one
of the classic epic failures in the history of the federal government.
And that's the
rollout of healthcare.gov, which is still missed today.
Now that's Obamacare.
It's Obamacare.
The website.
900
$900
million. 4 years to put together and still screwed up again.
And as for healthcare,
As for
being
healthcare, with the right,
rather than a
rather than
privilege during her
first
tenure,
the tenure, the truth is that
even people
who
who are
are uninsured,
get
the
healthcare
healthcare
coverage, it's required by
which is
law.
required by law.
They didn't change
They
anything.
change anything, we're still going to have 31 million
uninsured, but it's never going to work right. It's only going to get worse.
worse.
He said it's the most
It's the most meaningful work I have ever heard of. Oh,
I can only
cry me a river, especially speaking about the blooded, utterly meaningless life.
Up to that point.
After that,
Then she went on to
say
throughout
all the legislative, all that crap after this one, the re-election, years of votes to turn back the clock. We're making progress. Oh, really, huh? That claim's false, and everybody else does.
Keeping our plan and keeping our doctor.
Prompter.
Good grief.
Lord have mercy.
recently as 11
Recently,
days ago, she says
this
stay on
is
as
stay
Health
on
and
as
Human
Health and
Services
Human
Secretary. I'm in, she said.
I'm in, she
No,
said.
she's out.
No, she's out.
One false
One
claim,
false
one
claim,
lie
one
after
lie
another.
after
That's
another.
what this is
That's
built
what
on.
it's built on.
The biggest
Biggest
Ponzi scheme in the history of
mankind.
mankind. Even the liberal
The liberal
commentator
commentator
Ursula Klein
Klein
declared
said
Sebelius is resigning because Obamacare has
won.
won.
What?
In what sense?
In what sense? Huh?
They've lowered the
The
definition of
of
success.
successful.
That getting a
You get
broken
a
website
website
halfway repaired is good.
It's good. Ugh.
Increases in
Increases
premiums, losing your doctor, rate shock that continues
day in, day out.
By the way,
only
26% of
Americans doesn't know. But according to Newsbusters, on my Twitter phone and my cell phone, Washington Post Henderson says that Sebelius is like the coach of the year. Coach of the year? You're so stupid. Oh, jeez. Go ahead, you're on here.
Wow.
My God.
What do you mean the turnover?
What do you mean the turnover? Why?
Well, we have box turtles down here, and it's basically a land forest, and they eat cow pies.
Ugh.
Ah!
I know it's awful, but we
God, I hate
we've
this.
seen them right in the middle of it, and they do it.
Well, they actually
built
these desert tortoises
out there. They get constructive
a
refuge for them,
and
as apparently with the so overrun with the tortoises get out of the wreckage all over the place. Apparently the cows get, I keep saying cows.
Cattle don't do anything.
Cattle doesn't any good.
Well, they don't. All they do is eat grass and make pies.
Oh, gosh. Thank you, Diane, for your
Appreciate it.
call. Donna, Maryland,
Hannity
Time Fighter Radio Show. You're on here.
Sean, I think that this is the government's way of provoking a civil war, and I'm concerned about it because we're supposed to have what we hope would be a landslide election in our favor, and I think that they want to keep this president in office. That being said, this poor rancher does have what they call preemptive rights, and I was looking at a story with respect to his daughter who is speaking out about, as she puts it, government terrorism against her family, and it's worth it for people to take time to look that up.
Oh, jeez.
This is very unnerving. I think it's going to be a very pivotal moment for our country, and I hate to say it, but I think Harry Reid is behind a lot of that because the
behind
government
this
has been
mess.
buying a lot of state land in Nevada. So all of it comes into play. The ends justify the means, and
Mayor Rudy Giuliani, I'm worried that this is going to end badly. You know what I'm most afraid of is that
also what's the government 20%
of the land
that's in America?
Why
Why they do this?
Give it to the people.
Give it to people.
Let them buy it.
Let them eat cake.
That's what I would
That's what I do.
Anyways,
we'll be right back. Time Factor Radio Show.